Ooh, 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 ah, ooh.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Anna here. So today's video we're going to be teaching you how to turn an oversized suit or blazer into a dress. Let's get right into it. As you can tell from the suit that I'm wearing, my arms look a little bit too big. The waist is way too big too, so we're going to make that fit us into a dress. First, we're going to take some pins and some chalk to write on the fabric. For this part, we're going to start, as you can see, you can tell that there's a dart right where I am showing you guys. That's where we're going to start marking our first lines. For this part, I'm going to make it smaller on both sides, pinning it on me. Now, believe it or not, pinning stuff while you're wearing it at the same time is a very difficult task to do, so I'm going to try my best to work with it. So we're going to pin both sides and then we're going to mark both sides. After we're done, we're going to move on to the back. As you can tell, there's also some seams and some darts in the back. We're going to pin those seams and darts in the back, and we're going to make them smaller too. For that part, obviously it's from the back and I cannot pin my back. I'm not that flexible. I'm going to start by first trying to mark where the pins are before I remove the pin, so I at least know where it is. After marking them, that should give me an indication of where the dart will be. So I'm going to take out the pins, and then we're going to move to the back. The back, as you can tell, everything looks neat and tidied up, so we're going to open some stitches so we can see the seam lines and stuff from the inside. Everybody's jacket might look different, so your jacket will not necessarily look like mine. You just have to follow the same guidelines, but it should be able to work for almost every jacket. Opening it up. Once I open it up, you can kind of see where the dart that I pinned from the outside were, which is I'm going to flip it over to the front, and we're going to take that pocket off. We're going to take the pocket off because the place where the pocket is, that is where we're going to sew our dart. Well, re-sew our dart. So you don't want the pocket to be in the way of that. So we're going to take that off. This is very time consuming, so take your time as much as possible. So we're going to take that off and we're going to move on to the next side. We're going to do the same thing we did from the first side to the second side. Unseam the satin part off so we can see the stitches from the woven fabric. After taking the satin part off, we're going to again take out the pockets. After taking off both pockets, we're going to then work on the seams inside. So as you can tell, the part where I'm working on is where the first seam that I showed previously in the video was. We're going to make that seam smaller or bigger, I guess you would say. So we're going to fold that little part right there and we're going to pin it. So don't forget, whatever you do to one side, you have to do the same exact thing to the other side. After pinning both darts, we're going to move towards the back. There were a couple of seams in the back that we're going to make a little bit tighter. So you will go through all your seams and make them tighter. Again, your jacket might be different from mine, so we might not have the same seams. Just remember, whatever seams there are in the jacket, you are going to make each one of those the same size smaller, if that makes sense. So the back seam right here, I'm going to pin more into it so it fits me better, if that makes sense. So after pinning all of those seams, I'm going to sew them. After sewing it, it kind of looks something like this. It fits a little bit better than when we first started. It's not exactly where we want it to be, so we're going to move on to the next part. The next part, we're going to work on the arms because, as I said earlier, the arms were way too big for me. So for the arms, this part is very tedious and I hate going through the work, so it's very optional for you. You can either take out the satin from the arms and then make it tighter, or you can leave it on like I did because I just didn't want to go through the work. So I'm going to make the arms a little bit tighter for me. So I'm going to pin around the armhole area on both sides. Again, this part is very optional. You do not have to do it. It's just how I want to do it because of how the jacket fits on me. Some jackets that you might have that you got from the thrift store, the arms may fit perfectly, so you necessarily do not need to adjust it. But for mine, I just hate how big the arms are, so we're going to make the arms smaller. Then we're going to sew that part. And don't forget, after every step and process you sew, you have to try it on to see how it fits on you, because you do not want to wait till the last minute and for you to find out you have to go all the way back from scratch and redo things. It's very annoying and very tiring. So every step that you sew and make, you have to try it on to see how it fits on you. So for this part, we're working on the shoulder part of the arms. Again, it's very tedious, so try your best to stay calm, but we're going to unstitch the satin part of the fabric. I am unstitching this part because there are a lot of pads. There's a lot of pads, like the shoulder pads. It was way too bulky and I did not like it, so I wanted to take out any shoulder pads that this jacket had. As you can tell, that is a big shoulder pad and I did not want that. It was just way, way, way too bulky. Again, I was getting way too lazy and I did not feel like taking the time to unstitch everything. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna cut everything out. Obviously, your work can be way neater than mine. Like I said, I was just tired. I didn't feel like going through every tedious little step. So I just skipped a couple of steps. So after that, I'm going to make the shoulders a little bit more tighter on me. So again, I'm going to pin a couple of spaces away from the edge and we're going to sew them. Again, whatever you do to one side, you do it to the other side. After that, it should look something like this. Again, try it on. So I tried it on and it's coming along. It's not where we want it to be at. So we're going to keep on fixing it. We're going to add back the pockets pieces that we previously removed from the beginning. So we're going to go back on there and we're going to add the pocket pieces. For this next step, I recorded it, but it did not come through, so I'm just going to explain it. The pockets, there were only 2 buttons. I wanted to add an additional button, so I went ahead and I added an additional button, which gave me 3 buttons. And I also went over the areas that I sewed and I pressed on them. Pressing them will make it flatter and it will fit better on you. So I went over, pressed it, and added the pockets. Okay, this is how it looks on us. As you can tell, it fits way better than it used to fit before. I'm liking how it's looking. I accessorized it by adding some chain belts and a bag and some knee-high boots. Knee-high boots will work perfectly for this kind of outfit. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's any videos you guys would like for me to make, comment on it and I will definitely see if I can work something out and put those videos up. Like if you want to see me make a video of how to make a pants, how to make this, how to make that, definitely leave that in the comments and I will try to upload as much as possible and try to help you guys out. So thank you for watching and we'll see you in my next video.